Hi, first grade. We're back for another math lesson, and today a different kind of a math lesson. And you're going to need some materials today for today's lesson. And so I will give you the list of materials. You can run and try to find them, and I'll wait while you get them, and then we'll begin our lesson. All right, the first thing you need is a sheet of paper. Maybe get 2 sheets of paper. All right, 2 sheets of paper, and they can be old scrap pieces of paper, but see, I don't want them all crumpled and ruined, but 2 old pieces of paper, and you need a pencil, a pair of scissors, and your math toolkit. So if you can get those things, I'll wait, and you can go and get them and then come back for our lesson. I'll keep talking so that you can hear me while you run around and get what you need. Be careful that you aren't running with scissors, though. And if that's not something you already have in your toolkit, you might want to put it there so that you have a pair of scissors with you in your workspace. I know many of you already do, but we're going to use some materials today rather than me trying to draw and you trying to complete the worksheet at the end, although there are some worksheets at the end that you can do. But I'd really like you to try and practice with just some hands-on tools today. So I'm going to continue to wait for just a little bit because I can hear some of you scrambling around the house and running, screaming for mommy to help you find your toolkit and to find a pair of scissors. So if you can't find a pair of scissors, that's okay too, because you can just tear it, but it would be a little more accurate if you used a pair of scissors. Okay, so hopefully through all of that talking, you were able to join us back again. And if not, you can just pause the video and then run and get what you need and then unpause it when you're done. So we're going to begin first with our warm-up. And so our warm-up, you're going to see that I have this piece of licorice. I love Twizzlers. And my daughter knows I love Twizzlers. And they have these new ones now that are not twisted. You see it? It's a nice straight piece of Twizzler. Oh, I love them. And so she bought me a whole package. And I take them out one at a time. And if she's here, she always says, Mom, I want you to share with me. So I have to share my Twizzler with my daughter. And so here's how I share. She gets a piece and I get a piece. Is it fair? Because which piece do you think I'm going to eat? You're right. I'm going to eat this piece. And is it fair that she gets this piece? No. So the next time I get a piece of Twizzler, how do you think I should divide this into equal parts so that she can have the same amount that I get? Because it's really not fair that I should get a piece like this and she should have a piece like this. Because then I know what would happen. An argument would begin and I would feel bad. So I would give her this piece and then I would eat this piece and I would still be a little upset. So the next time I get my piece of Twizzler and she says, Mom, will you share? How can I share this to get equal parts? Because I do want to be able to share with her so that she has the same amount that I have. So I heard some of you say, well, you could fold it in half, Mrs. Matthews. And then when you fold it in half, it does. It puts this little line on the Twizzlers. And then when I tear my Twizzler, now look. Now we both get a piece that's the same, equal parts. And we can both be happy knowing that we both have the same amount. So we're going to practice that today with equal parts. All right. So now it's time for you to get your piece of paper. We're going to get our piece of paper. And with your piece of paper, I would like you to make a perfect square. Because you see, this piece of paper is a rectangle. It's not a perfect square. And for our lesson today, we need a perfect square. So do you remember how to make a perfect square out of this rectangle? Do you remember? Practice with it a little bit, and then I'll show you how to make a perfect square if you don't remember, okay? So I'm going to put my paper down and not give you the answer. You practice for a little bit about how to make a perfect square with your paper. And when you think you have it, hold it up and show me. When you think you have it. Did you do it? All right, see if it looks like mine. Do you see how I had my paper? Here it is. And then I folded this corner up to the top. Do you remember? And now if I cut off this rectangle with my scissors, right? If I cut with my scissors, right on that line, I can cut my, and right now I have a rectangle. I'm sorry, I have to cut off my rectangle. I have a triangle, and when I open it, I have a perfect square. Do you remember that? And so now my square is divided into how many equal parts? 2 equal parts. You're right, 2 equal parts. And what if I fold my paper up like this? Make it a triangle again. Make it a triangle again. And this time I'm going to fold it again into another triangle. A smaller triangle. A smaller triangle. If I open my paper up, how many equal parts would I have now? What about if I fold it one more time? One more time. When I open it, how many equal parts should I have this time? This time, here's what I want you to do. I want you to open it, and I want you to put a number in each one of those triangles. Put a number in each one. How many? Start at number 1 and go all the way around. Start at number 1 and go all the way around. How many did you get all together? You can work on that a minute. Put the numbers in while I get ready for the next part of the lesson. All right, you can put your numbers all the way around. You can take a picture and send me the answer, or you can just type it in the comments section at the bottom of the lesson today. All right, I'm ready for the next part. Here's my piece of licorice again. And my daughter comes to visit, and this time she brings my granddaughter. Oh, and they see my licorice in my container. Mom, Grandma, we want a piece of licorice. Can you share your licorice with us? Now I have to share with 2 other people. Me, my daughter, and my granddaughter. There's 3 of us that want this piece of licorice. Here I go. Oh, look. 2 of us get, I think this is pretty good. Look, 2 of us get this. Oh, somebody gets this. Is that fair? 2 of us are happy, but oh no, someone is not happy. So again, here's my licorice. How would it be best that I could share this so I have 3 equal parts? Not sure. So I could fold it into 3 equal parts like I did my 2 equal parts, right? And it's nice with licorice because it bends, right? And it's really forgiving. And so when I'm done and I open it back up again, I can tear it where my marks are. And now all of us are going to get pieces that are the same. See that? We all get pieces that are the same. So now we're all happy. So again, my pieces of licorice, I can divide into as many pieces for as many people that come in and ask to have a piece. I can divide that equally for them. But this, sharing it like this would certainly not be fair or equal. All right. Our last project is you're going to get your second sheet of paper. And again, you're going to make a perfect square. All right. So match your corner to the top and cut off the rectangle. All right. So that you have a triangle. Open it. And this time, take that crease out of there in the middle. I don't want a triangle this time. I want a perfect square. This time, I'll wait for you to do that because I was a little bit quick. My scissors are very big. I only needed like 2 snips and it was cut, and you may have smaller scissors. All right, so we'll have our perfect square. And this time, I would like you to fold it in half, not diagonally, in half horizontally. All right, fold it in half horizontally. All right. And now I'd like you to fold it in half horizontally again. And I'd like you to fold it in half vertically this time. Okay, so when I'm done, I have a rectangle again. If I open up my paper, how many parts, equal parts, do you think are on this paper? How many? So you're going to do that. You're going to open it up, start at number 1, put a number all the way around, and here's what the thinking question is. When you're finished, and you can add this in the comments section, you can give me your answer. Do I have the same amount of equal parts in this rectangle as I have in this triangle? Do I? And are these triangle shapes the same equal parts as this rectangle? Does this equal parts equal this equal parts? Which part is greater, the triangle side or the rectangle side? Put that in the comments section and let me know. And when you're finished, if you'd like to do the workbook page, you can. I also included some extra practice with the worksheet on equal parts here, where you can do a cut and paste, or one where you can just color if you'd like to do that. Or you can just do the comment side, and that way I know you did it. So I hope you enjoyed this different kind of a lesson for today, and I'll see you for next time's lesson. Be well.